Hey everybody, I'm Jack Reeder with Future Pastimes, and I'm a designer on the expansions to the classic Dune board game 2019 Gale Force 9 edition. In this video, I'm going to talk about one of the special Treachery cards called Poison Tooth. And this one was first introduced in the first expansion, the Ixians and Tleilaxu expansion. This particular card actually is a replacement copy that comes in the Chom and Richess expansion because it has a little bit of additional clarifying text to help players understand the full potential and use of Poison Tooth. So let's talk about what it does and why I think it's kind of a cool card. It's very thematic. It's a pivotal part of the story of Dune. So I felt it was important that there be a Poison Tooth card in the game. So it's played in the battle plan. It is a weapon. It's just a red bar across the top. It's got the little poison symbol, so it is a poison weapon. It does count as a special weapon as well, but because it's got poison here in the subtitle as well as in the actual title, it can be prevented from being played by the Bene Gesserit saying you may not use a poison weapon. So that's important to note. They don't have to specify the Poison Tooth. The blanket poison weapon will catch the Poison Tooth in that net. But it's played in the battle plan. It is a weapon. Now, when you reveal your battle plans, you may use the Poison Tooth to kill both leaders. So that's your leader and your opponent's leader. And it is not stopped. It's not stopped by a snooper. So if they have your standard poison defense, which is the snooper, they will still be killed by it. But it does specify not stopped by a snooper. We didn't say not stopped by a poison defense. Well, what other poison defense is there? Well, there is a card called Chemistry, and that counts as a poison defense. Chemistry will protect your leader from Poison Tooth. So, kind of an interesting little plot twist there. But all things being equal, it's going to kill both of those leaders. However, after seeing the battle results, you may choose not to use this weapon. So you may look at the results and go, oh, look, I was going to win this battle even without using the Poison Tooth. I don't have to kill both of those leaders. So you can decide not to use the Poison Tooth. So the leaders are not killed. If you win the battle and did not use this card, you may keep it. Otherwise, it is discarded. So you can get one use out of the Poison Tooth. You crunch down on that tooth and exhale the poison gas, and it will kill your opponent's leader as well as your leader. But you might decide, you know what, I've outdialed you. You didn't play a weapon, so my leader was going to live anyway. So I'm going to win this battle. You know what, I don't need to kill the leader. Now, you might decide, I'm winning this battle, I'm going to kill both of those leaders just for the spice. So there's certainly a reason to do it. But if you do kill the leaders, then you have to discard the Poison Tooth. It's gone. One use only. Keeping that Poison Tooth, well, everyone then knows that you have it. That can be good and bad. Sometimes it'll be deterrent, as players know, unless they have Chemistry. Whatever leader they put into that battle is going to die. But they also know that you'll be killing your own leader, so it's going to be down to the dial, who has more forces and who is able to outdial the other player. And having more forces doesn't always mean that you can outdial if you're playing advanced, because you do have to spend spice to count at full strength. So somebody with fewer forces but more spice might be able to dial higher than you. But it's an interesting mind game. That they know that you have it doesn't mean you're going to use it. So, and especially if you have another weapon as well, that you can do the switcheroo. If you have another poison weapon, they know that playing a snooper is not going to protect them. And so they don't play it, whereas if you were just using Gam Jabbar, they would have been protected. So yeah, interesting stuff can happen. You can decide to discard this even if you didn't use it. So another thing, you're like, all right, I don't want to kill my leader. I'm going to keep that leader for later. I did win the battle. And everyone's going to know that I have Poison Tooth. I would just as soon discard it. So you have that option as well. So yeah, a lot of interesting things with the Poison Tooth. I like it. It's one of those cards that can get you past someone who has the Shield Snooper. A lot of people think, oh, if you've got the Shield Snooper, that's it. There's nothing you can do. Not really true. I mean, the Poison Tooth will foil the Shield Snooper. Lace Gun foils the Shield Snooper. Artillery Strike foils the Shield Snooper. So yeah, there are ways around it, but it is a really good defense to have. But Poison Tooth can be a lot of fun as well. And like I said, it was a really important part of the novel Dune. And I was adamant that we needed to have Poison Tooth in there. So that's why it showed up in that first expansion. But we had, Gale Force 9 was kind enough to let us include a replacement text on a new card for that, and Artillery Strike, as well as on the 2 Karama cards. So a lot of good stuff in the Chom and Richesse expansion, besides all the great content that is normally part of it. A few extra benefits there on that. Let me know in the comments what you think of Poison Tooth, and of course, relate any stories about its surprise use, or you're like, oh, I had chemistry and they didn't anticipate that I was able to use that as a defense. It's a little bit of a loophole, but we tried to be very specific about the wording. It's hit and miss, of course. We don't always get it right, but this was definitely purposeful, because we like the idea of everything has its own Achilles heel. So for this one, chemistry will protect that leader, and you think, oh no, the Poison Tooth, it's not going to work out quite the way that I wanted. So there you have it, Poison Tooth. That's it for this video. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you again soon.